All right, welcome to the desktop video for forced evolution. Let's just do it. So let's jump up to the header, the landing here. Close out. Oh, we're at core style still. So let's close out our footer from last time, and let's go to the top to our landing, and let's hit up responsive 1024. There we go. So I've been running into these like sizing issues on what do you call it, on desktop. Let's try to refresh. So that's that. Let me just zoom out and then reset. Okay, I guess that's just how it looks because of I think we got desktop styles here that we gotta get rid of. So let's get rid of these. Okay, that's a little better. So my desktop, by default, this is what the desktop looks like for navigation. So we just have to do a little editing. So we have a desktop image here. So this is that logo. So we're just going to remove that. We don't need that on this one. So remove that, and then we need to get rid of. That's background transparent. Is it on the nav bar? On the side menu? No. Transparent. I think our nav bar right here, position absolute. It's got color on it somewhere. That's why. Oh, is it mobile? No, it's not mobile wrap because that's hidden. So let's go to our core styles. Tablet. Is it small desktop? Let's see if we got any colors on our nav bar to get rid of here. Well, let's get rid of this. Oh, that's right. It's on the body. It's a body before. There it is. So let's actually just get rid of this right now. We're not using that. So we have this. Now we need to change the colors of our nav items. So 1024 side nav A, side nav Li, side nav A. I want that to be white. Okay. And we want them to be what, that 19 pixels, and we are at 18. Cool. Now we just need to position this. So this has a margin top of 62. Let's just bring, oh, that's margin right. Never mind. Margin top. There it is, 45. So let's focus on this right now. So this is Alt. This is 53 from the top. Let's just make this 0 for now. So side nav UL. Where's this at? Oh, that's on 0 pixels, so I need to do it. I just need to put it on the side nav UL here. Let's just margin this out, 0. And let's see the side menu. This, how are you positioned? Align item center. Let's try flex start. No. Let's take off display. No, that doesn't do anything. Is it on side menu? Taking off flex doesn't do anything. I'm just trying to remember how this is positioned, right? So I think what I want to do, is on top. Oh, here we go, flex end. So on top, let's try center. I think it's nav bar. There, guys. This is just part of the troubleshooting. You know, when you're changing navigations, I need to rebuild this so that's easier to use. Flex end. I think I want that to be centered. Yes. Okay. So on side nav, we have justify content on the end. So it's on the end here. So justify content center. So that centers this. And then I need to remove, I think there's a margin on here, yeah. There's a margin right for on top, which is also the, let's see. There it is. Get rid of that. So that should be centered now. And we need it to move up. There we go, flex starts. Looks like everything is on the side nav here. So we're gonna do, I think that's why it's height. So let's just change its height to, what is this? It's 53 from the top. Let's just change its height to 34. Where's the side nav? There's the height. Height 100% of its, okay. So that means side nav should technically, let's see, side. Oh, I have height 53, okay. So I gotta change this height. Yeah, because I had min height here, but I have height here. So let's just get rid of this min and just make it the height of 34. Okay, that'll do that. And then I need margin top. So that's basically at the top there. So this is 53. That didn't work. Let's try side nav. I think I gotta move it, padding. There, so that pushes that down. Now, you are 229 from the top. Let's go back to our style. So it's got a margin top of 20. This is 31, so it's 51. That looks like another 30 or so pixels. That's 81. So let's just push this down a lot more. And we're just going to eyeball it. So margin top is, let's do 100. Does that feel right? Oh, also these side nav A's. Looks like we have to do a text transform uppercase. Is that right? Yeah. And this is 142. Let's do 142 then. I think that looks, because yeah, it's supposed to be 142 from the top here. So I think that might be, because this is small desktop. So let's go a little small. Let's bring it up a little bit, 100. Because I want these to show up on small desktop. And so we're gonna make this, the P is gonna be 506 wide, or the home H. And then That's because, yeah, this content, see how it's spilling again, but this margin looks like it stops right there. That tells me that it is overflowing its container, so its container needs to get bigger. So this hero text, actually it should go above this. So its max width should be 510, just to be a little bigger than this, right? And then, so this forced evolution, this is alt, so this is 34, and then 52. So let's check. So this is 40. Margin bottom 40. So on the image again, we're going to do margin bottom. Let's just do 50. So I know what it says. I know what it says in here, but I'm making an audible. I'm going to make them both 50. Because I like the even spacing, and I think I just missed that in here. This is 34, this is 50. It should really just be, 50-50. And I think that's enough space on the bottom. That should be good. Now we got to work on you over here, this dark mode guy. So let's adjust your top. Let's bring you up a little bit. That looks about even. And let's see, 1024. So now let's go to our dark, and let's go to 252. 252. This is our dark mode button. So right now the top looks like it should be 17, and so it's right. So when it's set to the right of its container, and we don't want that. We want it to stay right here. So we're actually going to set right to auto, just in case I need to reset it from somewhere else. So left, we're going to do my my margin thing again. So left 50%, margin left. Let's do 500 out. Okay, there's that. So let's try 4, 3. Okay, that's too little. 340 looks about right. And we're going to look at the before. So this needs to be white. This lives on line 100. Or not. Let's see. Oh, here we go. 264. I was looking at the wrong one. Okay, so that's got to be white. And there's that. Okay, so now that we got that, maybe I'll change this into a moon, and it just changes into a sun. Maybe I'll do that later on. So we'll see. It looks, that'll add to the natural, I guess, feel. So we go down here. Let's I think we can finally add our brackets. So these guys. This guy's going to be, there it is, this group. Okay, so let's look at the landing here. We got, okay, there we go. We got bar and bar right. So we're going to target it with bar. Let's go back to our style. We're going to go to about 64M, which is 1024. We're going to do about dot bar background primary, and it's a width of, looking over here, it's 10 pixels, a height of 472, and I want them to be positioned absolute. So I think that means I just need to make sure my about is position relative. And now I need to do about. So now I have them both. I have their color, their width, their height, and their background, right? So now I need to set them. So bar left, so that left, I need to set them to their respective corners. Left, 0, and then right, 0. Oops, right, 0. And I also want them to be, I think I want it to be centered. So let's do top 50%. And then transform, translate y, -50. That will center it vertically. And now we're going to do our pseudo elements for them. So here's our about left, before. Now let's just grab my pseudo element cheat sheet code that just hurry ups and creates a shape for me. Okay, and we want to be top left of, let's say, 9 pixels. Background primary, and I want it to be 35. Actually, if we're going to do that, so width 35 pixels. If I'm going to do that, I'm just going to do left 0. Now let's do another pseudo for after, and this is going to be the one that's at the bottom. Okay, and then we just copy and paste these. Come on. Yep, that's so fast. Okay. And for the right, so you change this to right. Change this to right. And let's see if the magic happens. Nope. It always does feel good to do it the first time, but yeah, it almost never happens. So let's find out what's happening here. So we have this bar. He's left. Position absolute. We have this bar that's right. Okay, so he's over here. So then what are you? Oh, height 100%. That's our problem here. Height should be 10. And oversight. What am I doing? And then this is 10. That's better. All right. Am I missing something? So on the right. Oh, I don't want it to be left. I want it to be right. Right. There you go. Yeah, because they were going from the left. So I wanted these to be from the right. Now we got our brackets here. So now we have to just change. So how wide is this? 861. So this is going to be our about section right here. So let's do about. Let's just change the whole dang thing to 861. Was it 861? Yeah. So we're going to change the about section to be. Oh, actually, no, I don't want to do the about section because I have a background on it. So let's do the about.container. That's why we have the container. So we're going to do width of 861 pixels. Oh, we have a max width of 1100, so we got to change that. See right here? That's the default container value that I have. So max width is 861. Let's get rid of that. And that still didn't do it. All right. Let's see. Oh, that's because it's the about. So these guys are actually in. Yeah, this is a great mistake to make. So these these bars live inside the container class and not the about class. So since the container class does not have an explicit position added onto it, it is going off of the about size, and about is full screen, right? It's all the way. So container's not, but it does not have a position relative on it. So it's ignoring it. So when we put position relative on it, these guys come back in because it needs its parent to have a position relative or any position explicitly declared for it to work on that container. So yeah, good lesson to be learned there. Glad I screwed up so I can show that to you. So these guys, looks like they're just a hair from the top. Let's see what this looks like. So I actually need to move these up. So instead of trying to center them, I'm just going to do it manually. So top of 0. So 0's up there. Now let's do negative 100. And that looks just below the, so this is the top right here, right? This green padding. So it's just below the top. And that's just below the top right there. So I think that looks about right. That looks fine. So now we got, that's how we do that. It wasn't too complicated. But how much space is down here? 127. I don't know. This is a weird one. I'm gonna answer this call. Let's see if it's spam as well. Okay, yeah, that was spam. It's a weird name. Usually they don't have weird names, but I guess they're getting weird names now. Sure, you're asking, Brian, why don't you just put your phone on vibrate while you record? Well, I have a family and they're out and about shopping right now, so if I don't answer that phone call when that comes in, Ryan gets in trouble. So, but when you're out, you need to get a hold of your husband if he's not answering his phone because he's recording videos. Obviously, it's a priorities issue, and family is #1 priority. So, sorry for the interruptions, but I'm a family guy, right? So I can't just get off the grid to record videos. So let's get back to this. So this is 127 down. What's this padding? Padding top, padding bottom, 100. So we need to add a padding bottom of 127. If we want to stay true to the proof. And we do need some extra, because normally I like my paddings to be 100%, 100 pixels, but because of this guy right here, it needs to be, looks like 100 from here to the end of this design. But this looks nice, this looks fine. I like this. Now we're gonna get to here, and let's see, how big is this? How wide can I get away with? This is 1092. So if I want to make this work on a 1024, at least should be this big. So if I keep all of these styles the same, right? This is the edge of where the container will be. I think I just have to make this smaller. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to make this slimmer and have these side by side, but this will be this will be smaller than it's supposed to be, just so we can get this side by side action going. So we're going to go as benefits. Let's see what I got. This is going to be where's it at here? Oh, faded graphic. We don't need this anymore. Wait, no, we don't need to. Sorry, I got mixed up there. So this is dot left. Okay, that's that. So we're going to do benefits. We're just going to adjust this right now. Let's make it like 250. Let's just see what that looks like. Okay, and how big are you? Let's say 500. So I want my right. So we also need to adjust these guys. So that's going to be we're going to have to do benefits. So I have to target these specifically for benefits. This looks like this is getting all of its stuff from quote block, which is the class that targets both of these at the same time. So I'm just going to target it individually. Next line, center, or sorry, left. I want to go left. And then I want to do the same thing for the P. Okay, and then I want benefits A. Do I want that to be centered still? Yes. Yes, I do. Okay. So then let's get rid of this. Now, we got right here, and we got left. So benefits needs to be the flex container. Justify content, space between. Okay, so that's not too bad. So this is going to be this. They're going to have equal space between them. Left. Where are you getting your? Are you getting a width from somewhere? Left. Width 257. Margin auto. Okay, let's try giving you a bigger width. Let's try. Well, how big are you supposed to be? 42. Let's see what that looks like. Or no. Yeah, 42. And a height of 625. So that's what that looks like. Looks like this. So I need to have this section come down some more because this product has to be a little lower. Or that's because, let's see. Oh yeah, this jumps down to 2 lines, which we don't like. 552. That's where you should be, right? Oh no, 552. Let's try 550. Interesting. Oh, that's because this is 40 and this is 65. Yeah, you need to be font size 40. Or technically, he should be 65 because of these. So I think in my design, I think I just have a little flaw here. All of mine are supposed to be the same, but I have one that's too small. So I think I gotta adjust. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna have to go with. P. So I need to remove this P. I need to make its margin left 0. Oops. Get rid of this. Margin left 0. Trying to figure out what this game is all about. Why is it not? And I do with 100%. So I'm wondering why this got this little gap here. What are you? Why are you doing this? Margin bottom, font size. Oh, here we go. because the H2, it's got display on it. It's got a flex on it that makes it center. So I need to remove that. I just need to just make it display lock. There we go. Now it moves over. And we want these to be over too. So I want my UL. Margin left 0. And let's try that padding left at 10. Let's try 15. I just want to line this up. So let's try 18. Okay, we're just a couple pixels off, so 19. Make sure that line stays, and 20. Okay, there we go. Yeah, those boxes now, or those little circles stay on the line now. So now we just got to do some spacing around. Oh, we got this guy. So margin left 0. Oh no, we want you to be centered. What am I thinking? I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm just getting so excited to left align everything. So we need space. So I think what I'm going to do, because I tried saving time by not having to do those, like put those taglines in for this, but I think I need to do it. So rather than waste your time, I'm gonna cut here. I'm gonna add these list items over here, and then we'll get started. Okay, so now that I added them in there, this is what it looks like. So first, let's just see what it looks like on mobile. And it's god awful. So let's go fix that. So let's change these font sizes. Let's make them smaller. 14, 12. Still can't catch a break on that. Margin bottom 5. Zero. That's a little better. I don't think we're going to get anything out of this. We can't make this into a one-liner. So I think that's just what it looks like on iPhone 5. This is what it looks like on bigger screens. So let's look at and media query. Because we care, 375. We want it to look good on all screen sizes. Benefits ULLI. Font size 16. Let's see that. Gets, okay, that's too big. 14. Okay, so we made it a little bigger. That looks fine there. Let's go to our iPad. And I think we can make them the normal size, which is 20. And let's see if we do with auto. But yeah, no. Let's try making display inline block. Does that help? No. Let's see if we make a block. Because I'm still a little finicking with lists. It's always very frustrating. I think we're dealing with I think it's the UL size that is bothering it. Okay, let's try, because the UL has a width on it, I think. Max width 350. What is max width over here? 494. So let's do max width 494. There's that. Okay, and let me back our margin bottom of 20. Is that enough space? Yeah, I think so. So that looks better. All right. Yeah, that's better. 1024. Let's zoom out. So yeah, it's just too gosh darn cramped at 1024. So let's make this width is going to be 382. Bump this down to 5. And I think we need to go even further, so 282. And 4. And I think we need to align self flex start. Oh, we gotta do a margin top 0. Yeah, because I want it to come up to the top. Because it's too small, so it's not going to look right. And this isn't going to look right being centered because in here, it's nice because we have this to kind of block things off. And I think as much as I want this to be centered, as I tried to make it work, that's what I was trying to go for. I think I was wrong, and I think I need to do this. But it gets tricky when you have this graphic behind it. Now, because now it wants to be centered, because it's got that graphic on it. So let's just try, and I think it has to come over. It just looks like it's flying off, doing its own thing. I think I can add more. If I do 350, see, it's still too close, but let me margin right. Let's do 50. Let's push it over some. Bring it to the edge. Let's give you a little extra height too. So we can make that work. But I think I need to make benefits come down some more. So I think right needs a padding top 50. So I needed to bring this down some more. I think because I'm going to align this to the top of this, so we need to come down. Let's do 30 and 20. 20. Okay, that's about right. Yeah. So I wanted to line it up, right here, since it's not tall enough to kind of have this centered in it. So that's what I'm going to do. And this, I think this is too much space. So this UL has a margin bottom of 90. That's too much. I don't like it. Let's try 50. Okay. I like that better. It just felt like it was too far off from the content. We have decent. I think we do a little more, 60. So I at least want my little cursor thing to fit in it. Yeah, that looks fine. I can live with this. So this is why you have to do these this 1024, because if you don't, it's just going to look weird. Things are going to overlap. So always keep in consideration these smaller screens. I think I can actually push this over to the right some more. Margin left. Let's do 20. I can get away with a little more. Let's do 30. So I'm just pushing this over some more because I got some room to work with, which can allow me to make this a little bigger. 70. So I think that works. And now we just got to get this guy. So you are actually width of 755. Faded graphic. I'm going to scroll up to the top. Benefits. Okay, benefit here. Width 755. Makes you really big. So let's do top. Negative 200. Right. Negative 200. Let's go even more. Let's just do 4. Let's get you out of the way. Okay, that's fine. Now we don't want them all the way off to where we can't even see them, but it's faded enough to where it's not like it doesn't look like it's gonna Yeah, it's not going to interfere with anything. I think this looks fine. Let me see this padding top. Okay, that should be, that's 100. That should be 100. So okay. Now we're gonna get to this guy. Do we have enough to do something with? So this is 1024, roughly. So if I had, this is the screen size, right? And if I try to do something like this, it's not going to work. Maybe if I had it left aligned, maybe would it fit? So I'm just trying to think, because I don't think we have enough space to do it right aligned like this. And if we do it left aligned, I might be able to. But first, let's make this the font size that it's supposed to be. So tagline 64. Copy. Oop. So font size 65. All right, width. Auto. Yeah, I think we gotta make it centered anyway. So this is supposed to be 18. Are you 18? 16. So I need a tagline P, font size 18. Okay, and a width of 415. That didn't do anything. That's right, max width. That's a little better. And I think that's just what it's going to have to be. So this padding at top and bottom should be, 100-ish. What do we got going on here? This guy's got a tagline P, or tagline A. It's got a margin bottom that I got to take care of because it was not making it perfect. So you see this line is not touching the padding bottom. That's not perfect. So it looks like this also has. It's because of its line height. So let's make it line height 65 pixels. That should be fine. Snappy tagline about health. Okay. These guys are not going to fit together in a long line yet. So, but these are too far apart. So this container, I think I want it to come down some. So if I do this, does that change anything? No. Tagline about health, philosophy. Okay, shield container. That's got to be somewhere down here, right? Shield container. So let me try that. Let's go to philosophy, 1024. With 600, let's see what that does. Okay, so that just brings me a little closer. That's a 7. And I feel like that's better. You don't want them too far apart. You kind of like want a nice rough even. That looks pretty good. And then this is spaced, but where is our bar and left? Oh, was that because I scoped them? Yes, I did. I did about instead of quote block. So this goes that, this goes that, this goes that. This goes to that. And remove the hashtag, $, whatever you feel like calling it. That still didn't work. So, I mean, this is club block, bar left, philosophy content. So let me see where they are. This does nothing. Where are you? Where are these things? And why are they not working? I want answers. They're still up here, but they're not up here. What's happening? Okay, so this is just a container. I think it's... okay, so maybe it's the container. Let's give it a sec. Let's just give it a second container class. So my inkling is it has something to do with about container. Like I'm just targeting this container. Whoops. So let's just target instead of just scoping it. Let's just do container 2. See if that does anything. Gotta save here. There we go. Yeah, that was my guess is because this had I was doing the about section container, so it was only doing the container in the about, and I think that container had a max width of 1100, which was breaking outside of this 1024, pushing these guys to the left and right. So what I did was I just added another class targeting this container 2, and added it down here so that I can just target them together at the same time. And we have that. Okay, so that's good. So it looks fine. I think what we're going to need to do we have the space? Do we have it? This is 954 wide. It will be tight, but I think we can manage. So let's go ahead. I think now's the time. Let's add them in. Philosophy. Let's close this off. So footer, let's close you off, and 64. So we are looking at footer left. Display block with 50%. And I think we want to do the same thing to footer right. So my footer box, let's get this going. No, that's the wife calling me. All right, pause this real quick. All right, back at it. So we're going to do footer box display flex. Not black. What's going on here? Flex. Justified content center. Let's set the background. Let's grab this for footer left. And let's see, what was that? It's like a pretty image. App web, forced images. I think it's forced 5. Forced 5 cover, good. Now let's see. All right. Not exactly what I was hoping would happen. Let's see what's going on. So that's our footer box. So its width is not exactly what it should be. So it should be 954. width 954. Oh, footer box. This is footer, not footer box. There we go. Now I'm messing up here. That's better. So what should be the height? 468. Now what's going on? What's going on here? Okay, so this has a margin bottom on footer right, so we just have to clear out the margin. There we go. Now it goes all the way down. Okay. So let's just shrink this a little bit. Let's just make it 900 so you can see some of those trees. Let's do 850. That should be fine. Okay, so now let's make this, actually let's make this to like 400 tall, just to square it off a little bit. Yeah, because this is small desktop, so we don't have to go completely big. So let's get this left aligned. I think it's on, is it set on the H? Yeah. So you do footer right, H2, text align, left. Okay. This looks like, yeah, why does it still have this? I think this is, why does this have display flex on it? What did I do? So we're just gonna display block. All right, send that over there, and then for right, P, text align left. And then we're gonna do it again for A, margin left 0. Now, let's see this guy. Let's clear out this margin left. All right, and padding. Let's get rid of this padding. 0. So these guys are, you know, they're kind of up against this barrier right here. We should have. That's not going to let me go. So there we go, 47 pixels. So I want this footer right. Looks like we have a padding left of 10 pixels. So footer right needs to be padding left of 47 pixels. So they push those guys over a little bit. And it looks like this guy is overflowing on this. So footer right, let's do Z index of 100. Let's try Z index -1. Nope. 1. It's still showing up. So instead of footer box, I think it needs to be footer box, not footer right. So footer box, I think it's already position absolute, so Z index of 100. Okay, there, that cut that off. Okay, cool. So now let's look at this dandelion here. So I think we can bring it back down to size. This is going to be width 319. So footer right, dandelion. What was that width again? I had terrible short-term memory. 319. And I want to set right to 0, bottom 0. So I think this actually is, our bottom is going to be however many pixels this is. I think right is like maybe 10 or 15 pixels actually, so let's do 10. I think bottom's gonna be like -50. A little more, let's try 70. Because it looks like, so this guy, this dandelion, looks like it's maybe 20-30 pixels up from its center. So if we look at that here, that looks about right. So we're gonna go with that. So now this is too close. So we have to look at our footer, and we have to add more padding on top. So let's just do this until we find somewhere we like. I think that looks. We're just trying to make this even with this, I believe. Yeah. So we want this to be even with this, and I think. Let's see, 278. So we're gonna go up to footer. Padding top of 278. All right, that should fix that. And this guy is 773. So this paragraph. Background logo. Oh. See, we're clicking on it again, like this background logo. It's covering everybody. So footer, background logo. We're gonna do right here. Pointer events. None. There. Now it's not in the way of me clicking things. So this is going to be footer P, which is kind of at the bottom down here. With, what was it, 771? Let me just double check. 773. I think that's max width. Yep. So that's good, and I think we need a little more padding at the bottom. So let's do padding bottom 50. Just a little more space here to give this some break. So I think that's cool, and that's small desktop right there. That's it. That wasn't so bad. I like it when I keep them relatively simple. Except, what is happening here? Quote block right before. Why is quote block here? Benefits. I think I accidentally put a quote. I think I put these in here by mistake under benefits. So we gotta remove this. Yeah, it seemed like that was, for some reason, that was in there. Whoa, okay, hold on. Wait a minute here. Okay, that's left. But what is this? Right before. Okay, so maybe this is just pulling from quote block, so I have to go to benefits now. I gotta fix this. Benefits up here. So I want right. Look at this on the before. So right before display none. And then I remove that. It's because we have a right class up here, but we also have a right class in here. It's just one of the problems of accidentally writing duplicate classes. So now I'm wondering what's happening here. Because this is left, and that's left, and this is left. So I need to make this be left. And what's nice about having everything in one spot, and then I just go here. So wherever there's a left, I just do a B. B left. B left. H2, H2. Okay. Nope. And B left. B left. Right before PPP. Okay. There we go. Yeah, it's just that. So this left, because we're also pulling some CSS from the quote block for these H2s and stuff. It was also pulling in the when we're targeting these left and right bars, because this is also a left. So it was just an issue of mixing up your classes and not being as specific. So just be careful with that when you're doing these left and rights. Just make sure they're not being used anywhere else. So that there we fixed that, and that's everything. So now we're just going to do big desktop, which is 1300 screen. Let's see, how big is this? This is 1028. So yeah, everything should be covered in the 1300 screen size. So I think this is 10. I'm wondering if everything could just be covered in 1200 if I can start it sooner. So let's try it sooner. So I know these are, so this is fine. Up here we have everything spaced how we want it. This benefits is where we want to grow. So let's do 1200. Let's zoom out. And now I want, let's go to benefits. Let's change this to 12. So this has to be wider. We have to make this 482. So this is actually, let's see, 3 benefits B left. This is B left, width of 482. And a height of 625. So that's that. And, you know, I think I'm going to leave this here. I like it better than being centered. I think it looks stupid. Now this padding top 100. And even though I like the 100s, it feels good. This just feels too crowded. Like up here, it's not enough space, honestly. I feel like we got a lot of space down here, not a lot up here, so let's just go ahead and do that down here. Padding top 200. That feels better. Got more space to breathe here. And I think that, oh, I got somebody down here. What are you? Is it on the, let's click on this, expand recursively, so that we open everything up. So that's fine, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Looks like there's there it's an after. It's an after that's happening here. So quote block right after. So I need to target that. Remember we did the left. Oh yeah, so we had the left, we had the right before, but we also have to do the right after. So let's just copy this, add a comma, after. All right, we had to get rid of that. Okay. I think, how big are you? 1455. I think 1455 is where that's where I'm gonna make it like this, because I don't think we can make it fit any other way right now, just with the size of everything and where they all have to be. So I'm gonna leave this as it is, unless, yeah, I think that's fine. We're gonna leave that, and then we're gonna try and line these guys up. So we're gonna do philosophy 12. And this is going to be philosophy shield container. these individuals, so these shields, with, oh, let's try auto. Okay, that. Oh, and then margin 0. And then let's do justify content space between, or let's do evenly. No, whoops, evenly. No, between. So this max width here that I want, 1028 with 100%, max width 1028. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, yep, that spread them out evenly. And again, I think I need more padding top. Oops. 3200, so 1. Let's do 3. Just to get some extra space there. So I think these need more space. Top and bottom, like, yeah, we need more space between these guys. So that is on this one, velocity content. So let's just push you up. That, a little more. I think that feels about right. So velocity content. Let's just grab this. And padding top. 331. Boom. Okay, this looks fine. Now we get to this guy and make it its true self. So which is 954 wide. 12. So what is this? Footer box. 954 and height of 468. So that's how big it's supposed to be. Now you'll notice we need to be. Oh, hold on, this guy's overlapping. Does he overlap on 1024? Yes, so we gotta fix this. So footer left. I think we have to do the index. Alright, let's try that. Okay, yeah, we just had to pop them up on top of that. So now, let's get back to 12. Zoom out so you can see things. So this is supposed to be like, you know, the bottom is supposed to be like maybe a third over the top here. So we gotta shove this guy up. Footer box has to move up. Top. Here we go. So we need top. Negative. What's it gonna be? I think that's good right there. So top negative 319. And then our befores, their bottom needs to come down. Just like, how bottom do they go? It's not like that. Do I want that? Yeah, we're just gonna cut them off a little bit at the bottom. So bottom. So if this is like just at the bottom of their image, let's just chop it down a little bit. So this is going to be footer box. Before, I'm going to do it again for after. So both of these, I want them to be bottom 121. Okay, so they're there. Now I gotta fix the spacings. So right here, philosophy, we need more padding bottom. So let's just add some more until it feels about right. I think that's a good enough space. So philosophy, I go back to 12 and padding bottom of 466. That fixes that. And I think that looks good on footers. So yeah, we have just a little. If we look here, little triangle action. So we're gonna look for that. And I think that looks fine. It looks a little bigger, but that's fine. We're not going to try and be a perfectionist on here because it looks fine, honestly. And that's it. Now all we got to do is, so now that we're on desktop, we got to do our hover state. So let me just check this one. So yeah, that's let's go to core styles. Go to our button solid hover. So background, I want it to be green. So I want it to be our var primary, and then the color is going to be white. And then our button, our transparent hover. So this guy, I think I want him to be white. Yeah, right. I'm gonna get rid of this white, and then you're going to be the green. Okay, so then when I hover over this, well, let's just get rid of that. When I hover over that, that's what it's going to be. Oh, here's a good one. So you see how I have the border. When I hover, you see this little jump? That's because the border is changing the size. So, because I have border none here, so it removes the border, and it makes this shorter, which brings this up more. So instead of removing the border, let's do 1 pixel, solid, and transparent. So when we do that, it prevents that jump. So whenever you hover over your buttons, especially your transparent ones with borders, if you remove or add a border and you notice the other things around it are shifting, that usually means the border is removing height from the button, and it's pushing against, like its margin is pushing not as far as it used to. So that's what those little clips are. So this, I got to do these. I got to do these. So yeah, these buttons, because they have this special graphic. So I think I want to target them specifically. I want to do something special. I want to make this background graphic rotate. So let's zoom back out, and let's go to about. I'm going to target these. I'm going to add another class on them. Button solid. Let's just do arrow, and we have another arrow in benefits. So we have benefit arrow, that arrow, and philosophy arrow. Okay, so now we got those targeted. I guess what I'm going to do is I'll target it in about first. So we're at about desktop minimum, and I want to target the A tag, which is going to be at the end. So what are you? Oh, block A. Let's just do dot arrow, hover. So I want the background to change to the black, right? I'm just trying to think of what else I can use, because it can't be white. I don't want it to fill into. I don't want it to be like a transparent with a white back with a green background or something. And we got this right here. These are our colors. So I'm just going to do the 222 black we have. Keep that, and then I want this. So also on hover, transform, rotate 20 degrees. And I want that to transition. Come on, just auto-populate. killing myself here. Transition, 0.3 seconds each. And I wanted to transition back. So when I do this, I also have to have the non-hover state. If I want to transition backwards, I have to put it also on its before hover state. Let's see if this works. There we go. So something's preventing this from happening. Dot button, dot arrow. Oh, I forgot that I accidentally background 222. Oh, no. That's on this one. Arrow before hover transition. I'm trying to figure out why it's not always so. Like when I do this, it works. Why? Why aren't you letting me? Huh. Let's try this. Let me see if I just need to override. Important. Okay, so that's not doing it. Something is preventing. It's preventing this from changing. But it works when I hover on it. So why is that? Hey, mystery indeed. Let's try removing pointer events. Let's see if that does anything. That doesn't do anything. Let's try position relative. Let's try adding a z index of like 1000. Maybe it's underneath something. No. I'm in 1024. Oh. Because I'm in 1024 and this is tablet. So let's just add this style of tablet anyway. Because normally you don't really see animations. Well, you don't, because on tablet when you click on a button, there's really no hovering. It's but I'm gonna add it anyway. There we go. Let's do it even more. Let's do like 40. Oh no, I like this. I'm gonna make it point directly up. Just a couple more degrees. There we go, pointing up. I think that's neat. So, okay, that's a nice hover button. That's a nice hover. That works. That works. Okay, we gotta do something about this one. I think something is covering it. Yeah, this background logo is covering it. So I have to go back. So let's close this. Let's go back to our footer at tablet. And I need footer box. I want that to be z index of, I don't know, 100. There we go. It's not getting blocked by anything. Dandelions not blocking anything. Okay. this doesn't have a hover state on it. So let's add one. Okay, footer right A. Hover. Background 222. And let's do a transition of 0.2 seconds ease. This is the most common transition I use. So transitions, I mean, if you're not aware of these things, it's how you transition between states. So like hover and not hover. How do you transition between it? Well, when you go from background white to background this, take 2 seconds and, you know, ease yourself into it. So that's basically what that is. So now this should change. So I'll make this like 8 so you can see it happening. See, it slowly changes into it over 8/10 of a second. But I like 2 or 3. That's usually a good one. And I want its color to be white because that looks weird. That looks better. That's better. Okay, and when I hover on this, I want to do something else. Background logo. Okay, so I gotta do this background logo again. Pointer events. Let's go to your top. None, because you're messing things up for me right now. Actually, I think I need to do this in the beginning. I don't want it affecting anybody. So there we go. In the beginning, now it's fine. Okay, so on this, let's see. So when I hover over this A tag, I want something to happen. Do I? No. But I do want this. Let's see. I want this to be underlined when I run over it. So we're just going to target this. We're create A. Let's do it under. Let's do it under desktop at the bottom. Hover. I want text decoration underline. Come on. There we go. Underline. So that when I do hover over that, it should underline. But again, this is also in this is tablet, so if we do it in responsive, it should hover. Yeah, okay, let's make this full width. There it is, see, there you go. All your links, you want to have some sort of hover state. You don't want them to not do anything. So like this one tells me, you know, I got a clicky hand on it. So, but I think I want something to happen on it. I'm bored by it. Let's do something. So this footer A, margin auto. So what is its margin? Let's try this. Footer box. Okay, I'm gonna do this footer box, footer logo. I want this. So I want it to, when you hover over it on this side too, I still want you to touch it. So if you hover over a link's margin, it's not going to trigger the hover. You have to make that its padding. So I'm going to do margin padding. Let's see, padding 0 and 50 left and right. So that just shrinks it. box sizing, border box. That doesn't do it. Let's just forget this now. Let's just get the hover state going, and then I'll figure that out. So hover. I want the I want to, let's see. I want to rotate, transform, rotate 10 degrees, transition 0.3 seconds ease, and put the return transition on it. Actually, since I'm working on the footer box, I need to copy these. Where's me footer box? All right, footer box. Here we go. So we're gonna remove this. We're gonna take this, copy. We already have a footer box, so no sense in having two of them. There we go. So that'll rotate that. Now I also want when where's it at? Footer logo box. So when logo box is being hovered, I want these guys to I think I want them to move out. So footer.logo box. Let's get our transition out of the way, 0.3 seconds ease. And on footer box hover, I want this line. I want .logo left. I want you to come in. I want well, let's transform it. Transform. Why is it so hard? Transform, translate X. I want you to go 20 pixels to the left. And of course, I want to add my transition onto the non-hover state, so I need to find, where is that? It's supposed to be logo left, so where's logo left in here? Do I have it? No, I don't, so we're just going to add it. Footer, logo box, logo left. Let's just see if that works. Oh, that's right. We already have a transform on it because it's trying to be vertical. So let's not forget that we have a translate Y of -50%. So let's hang on to that, and it should work now. Yeah, see that moves out. So we have to maintain that translate Y. That is keeping it centered. I'm actually thinking if I bring these out more and you hover it, it brings them in. That makes more sense. So I think at least for desktop, we're going to transfer. Okay, we're gonna do this. So at least on desktop, transform. I gotta copy this whole thing. So our logo left. We're gonna move this one. We're gonna move this 20 pixels over. On hover, he's coming back in. So you see it's already wide. So when we bring it in, it comes in. So we're gonna copy these. I'm gonna change it to right and right. And the right one, I want it to go 20 pixels to the right, so that I want it to go this way. And then I want it to come back to 0. So both of them should be out. No, this should be 20. Oh, wait, I got way too much going on here. Hold on. I need more room. Okay, so logo left. We're moving this 20 pixels. So on logo right, we got to move this 20 pixels. Now on my hover, I think I copied the wrong hover. For left. Okay, here's the hover. Here's the hover. That's got to go to 0. Okay. I hate it when I have so many of these closely named left. It's just irritating. I did it to myself. So this should be, I'll go right, right? The logo right. We're moving you 20 pixels. But this doesn't look even. Oh, there we go. For some reason, it was stuck on hover. Maybe we don't need that rotate. I don't think we need it. So let's get rid of this because it looks stupid. Really, did I need that? Mm-hmm. There we go. Okay, so this is on 64 again, so I gotta widen this out. So there we go. So when I hover over this, these guys, it's like it's letting me know this is a link, something's happening here. So this is cool. I dig it. I like that. I like that. That works. So let's check all of our hovers. These aren't links to anything. Cool. Oh, this looks freaking awful. Okay, so we gotta fix this. So what is this? What exactly is happening? So it looks like benefits. Space between. So why don't we change this to center? Let's see what that does. So benefits on 64. Let's change this to center. Does that help? No. So you guys, that's another phone call. Here we go. That's the wife. I gotta pause. All right, back to the work. Let's figure out why this is acting the way it's acting. So we got, this is really annoying with all these things popping up. Okay. I'm wondering how I want to do this. So this benefits. I think it has to do with this. Right, which is width 600. But this left, margin right 50. I'm just wondering why they're not being centered. That's what I don't understand. So where's the break start happening? Well, see, so about 1200 is where the problems start. So let's go to 1200. So let's do B left. Let's try margin left of 0. Yeah, that did it. I think that margin left being auto was pushing this over. So that, okay, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. So I think now we got this issue, this guy. So I want to, this only looks good at, what is it at? 1455. So let's say 1500. So let's create another media query for 1500. And we're going to do it on the tagline. Actually, no, we don't have a 1300, so make this 15. And what we're going to do is we're going to set the container. So this, I think, what looks about even. So we start here. I'm going to say, let's just say 1200, just to make it, so this is what I'm going to do. So we have an equal, so 1200 container, and this thing is going to live, so let's just get this a bit different color. This is going to live in something. This is going to be inside the container, right? And I'm going to have margin left auto pushing it over here and margin right 0, so it stays at the end of its container. That's what we're going to be doing here. I'm just undo. Okay. So let's do that. So I want this container, so tagline container width 100%, max width 1200 pixels. Okay, and then I want content. So this, I haven't actually targeted it before, so content, I want margin left auto, margin right 0. And is this text align on the group, or is it? Where's your text align coming from? Text transform, modify. It's coming from tagline. Let's try text align left. Those are left, so I think I have to do the P. Margin is auto, so I think I have the margin left. Margin left 0. Okay, so there's that. Now this P is supposed to be 415 wide. Okay. And it's a max width. There we go. Now this content. Okay, I gotta set a width. So this is 591, so let's just make this 600. Okay, so you see it's happening. It's being forced over here. So this is our 1200. I need a padding 0. There. So this is our container. This is our content, and that's how it's being positioned in the container. So, excuse me. I forgot, since this is a 45 pixel headline. So I think I'm just gonna have to live with that being, because I want this to be 65 like the other guys. However, it can't be one line anymore, so I have to make an audible tagline H2, line height, let's say 80. I wanted to get a little break in there. And then we want to have this guy, our compass. So you are going to be tagline compass. I want your right to be auto, because I'm going to reset that. When you ever reset a position, you just use auto. Left, -200. Let's try 3. So where are you at in here? Looks like it's kind of centered. So let's go to top. Maybe 150. Let's go to top a little more. A little more. 80. 200. And let's go left a little more. 400. So since we changed this headline, we're actually going to make this smaller so that this goes all the way to the right. Let's try 5. How's that? I think we go a little less. 480. I think we can work with that. So there's that section. Let me just see how tall it is. So it's 404 tall. This is about 563. That's because we also have the 2-liner here. So let me just see actually. So if I start from here, oops, and padding top. So it's about 100. So what's our padding on here? Is this 100? Yeah, so that's fine. Everything else is fine, fine. And that's it. I think we're actually done. So let's take a look at this. So you notice the background here, when I do position fix, this is the body. And it's actually, we're loading the same image on the body, and it's staying fixed on the body. So that's what we're moving up and down on. So instead of having like 2 or 3 separate images, we just have the one. So this is pretty neat. I'm happy with how this turned out. You know, all these, this is I think my screen is 1900 pixels wide. This is stretching pretty nice. This is where the shop is going to go. You know, this is off to the side. That's fine. Healthy by nature. There's a little fade in. I'm wondering if I make this position fixed. So this about background. Where are you at? I think it's on a before. That's right. Let's try attachment fixed. Let's see what that looks like, if that does anything. Yeah, see, that doesn't look right. Because when we scroll down and it's fixed, we have this line here, and we can see that it breaks the illusion. So we can't have that. So we refresh. So the only one that's not parallaxed is going to be this. Which bothers me. So what we can do, you know, if we really want to go above and beyond, let's fix that. What we can do is set a pseudo element, so we still have another one that we can play with in about, because I think this is a before. So we can use an after. We're going to create an after that is, I don't know, 100, 200 pixels tall, and we're going to do a white gradient fading to transparent to the top. So let's do that. It's only needed for desktop because it's not going to work on mobile or tablet. So let's go to about 64. Let's do about after. Now we're going to grab my pseudo element code for an overlay, and we're basically going to make it. I hate when I click on this every time. All right, let's just make this 200 pixels, and we're going to go to my favorite gradient place, Gradient Colorzilla. So we're going to go white to transparent. I want it to go vertical from top down, and that's what we're going to do. So we're going to copy this, go back to here, and for background, that's where we're going to place it. Just do a little reformatting. It does all of the polyfills for you, so for browser compatibility. Now I want this to be top left, and let's see if it works. Yeah, it does work. See, it's on top of our stuff here. So let's try the index of -1. But if we do that, it's above that. So let's do containers, index 100. Yeah, so we put the container above it. Now let's see. So when we do about before, we're going to do background attachment fixed to give that parallax effect. Now let's see if that worked. And I think it did. There you go. So now we got that after is creating that gradient, right? So that we can still have that parallax, which I think adds a much nicer effect. And I think our website is going to look better for it. So yeah, I think this is our final website right here. We could add animations, but I'm not too big on them. Like loading on scroll animations, it just it slows down the load time, and sometimes it's not needed. So this is all done. All that's left now is dark mode. And what are you doing over there, buddy? I thought I told you to stay. I think this is on dark. I think it's on a bigger screen. Yeah, so let's just remove this. I think that'll fix that. Yeah. So that looks fine. So let's add our dark mode. So this will be extra challenging because of the graphics. So let's figure it out. All right, so when we go to dark mode, what has changed? Obviously, the body is dark. We gotta target these. I think we gotta target this. This looks a little bright and cheery. I think we gotta change that. We gotta change these colors. So yeah, we got some work to make this into a dark mode. So the number one thing is we gotta check our images. So I know I should have exported a black pine group. So we have this one, and I should have a black one, because we're going to toggle that image. I don't know where it went, so we might have to make one. Yeah, I think that's what I got to do. So what we're going to do, we're going to open Photoshop for this one. They have a very easy way to add, to change the color of whatever you have using an overlay, and make a mask out of it. It's opening up on a different screen here. Just a second. get over here. So let's see, I'm just going to open it. Carpet web, force F, and we're just going to open up our Pines V2. So here we are. So what I need to do, oh no, this is the wrong one. I need the white one. This is like a cream. I think I was playing with colors. Pines V? Yeah, there, that's the white. So what we do is you go to this rectangle, and we want it to be black. So I think I'm just going to do, instead of doing straight black, I think I'm just going to do our 222. So actually, let me change that. And what is our dark? Oh, no, that's my other client. Let's see. There we go. So in dark mode, I want to change. Okay, oh no, I don't want to change it. So we're going to do this. So I think I like this for my dark color. So copy this, paste it here. All right, and we take our triangle and cover the whole dang thing. Hit enter, and then we go to layers. Right click on the new rectangle we created and create clipping mask. So this basically, you know, anywhere that there's transparency, it will clip it and it'll just add the black in the outlines. Pretty neat. Looks like we got a little problem here, so we're just going to crop this. Or, you know, why crop it when I can just make another? All right. I'm just going to make another rectangle. That's too small. All right. Cancel. Okay, so I just want this to be black. There we go, so that fixed that. Okay, so now we're going to Control Shift Alt S to save for web as a PNG. We're going to save. This is going to be Pines Dark. Okay, so now that we got that resolved, and what happened here? Oh, okay, this is the dark mode. Okay, so first things first, make this dark. So that's going to happen first. Okay, so here's our landing. So body.dark mode. I want to use. Okay, so I got to create it first. So here's what you do when you switch images for dark and light mode. It's basically just toggling them on and off with classes. So we have here's the Pines. So I'm going to copy this and paste it. And it's going to have the same class as them, but this is going to be light, and this is going to be dark. And this is going to be Pines Dark. Okay? So it's basically creating two of them. And right now, since the Pines Dark is underneath Pines Light, it looks like it's on top. So what we need to do first is in our styles, in our landing, in the beginning, we go down here to our Pines. So we do light, dark, dark, display none. Let's see, where's our, oh, I have dark mode enabled. There we go. Okay, so I think I already have that actually. Light and dark. Because that worked without having to do anything. So, yeah, there we go. Actually, I think it's part of my system, light and dark. I forget what I have in here. Dot light. Wait, Control find. Dot light. Okay, yeah, dot light and dark mode. So on dark mode, when dark mode class is added to the body, anything that is a dot dark class will be displayed block. Anything that's a dark light class will be displayed none. So that is already part of my thing. So that's great. I just I didn't even know. I just completely forgot, and it worked. So that's what we do. We add a second image that has the same class for targeting to make it the same width and height, and then we have a light and dark, and it just toggles on and off. So nice and easy. So we turn this on, it goes to dark. So now now we need to target this one. What's the 2.52? So we got to target this too. So landing. So body.dark mode, and you are going to be hero text button solid. So background. Let's do background of a primary. And color white. What's the contrast ratio here? 2.52 still. So for dark mode to work, we want to increase this to 3. So what we're going to do is we're going to make it darker. We're going to do that. So we're going to go background, and that's going to be our new var. So I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do that. If I do body.dark mode, let me see if this works. I'm going to remove this. Well, actually, I'm going to keep that. So body.dark mode. If I do the root primary, and I want to make it this color, so I want to change the primary to this color. Does that work? So if you move this background, if you make this bar primary, that does not work. So let's try doing that. That does not work. Because if you look here, this is our root primary. So I'm trying to do body.dark mode, change root to primary. But it doesn't look like that works. So I'm just going to have to do it manually, unfortunately. So that is 7.6. That's fine. So now let's go down to here. So we got, change these. So I'm trying to think how I want to do it. Let me see what images do I have. Do I have a darker version of this faded? No. So let's try this. Body.dark mode. So I know body, here I changed the var to background, but let's do background color. Let's see if that does anything. No. Let's just change this. I think we lose the texture, which is fine. I don't think we need it. So now we gotta go to landing. We're gonna go from landing to about. And I want about body.dark mode about. Let's do before display none. Alright, so that gives us the black. And then I think we also want to do that for the after. So it appears we don't need the gradient anymore. the after, on dark mode, we want the after to be gone. We're no longer doing that textured background. And since this is darker, we need these to all be the same darker. So that's just going to be more irritating. So okay, quote block.bar. So we're going to do body.dark mode, that background, and it's the 4A52. Yeah. There's that. And then we need to target these guys. So body.dark mode, paste, background at 452, and we're going to do it again for the and it's going to be also before, right? Yep. So now we just got to copy these and do it for the right. Right. Okay, those are targeted, and then we need this button. So body.dark mode and quote block A, background, that guy. Okay, and now this isn't, because this was green, so it's not really showing up as nicely. Let me see. Did I make a white one? This is mountain. I don't see a mountain white. So let's open up Photoshop. Mountain. There. So we're going to take this, make it white. White rectangle, hover over, enter, layer, right click, clipping mask, save, mountain dark. So now I want this. So body.dark mode. It's going to be this before, and we're just going to change its background URL to images/mountain dark. So that changed it to white, and I think I do background size. I think I gotta reset everything. Contain. Now. And I think that's good for that. This is going to be the shop. So now we're here, and this has to be the dark thing. So we're going to do benefits. So body.dark mode. This before, copy paste, background. Change that to the darker one, and then we also, oh, I think I forgot the span. So I'm not concerned about the order for my dark mode. I'm just ripping it. Or do I want that? Well, the contrast is 6.2, so that works. So actually, we don't need to target that. It looks fine that way. I think it needs to be brighter. So now we just got to target these guys, the LIs. So body.dark mode, benefits, copy because it's faster, background. Oh, whoops. Dumb. color white. Now see this is just like way bright. So dark.css. Let's go up to the top here. I should have a P or LI. Okay, so P. So I think I also need because you don't want to have straight white text. I like to put an opacity on it. So LI. It kind of reduces its like its brightness. It's not as harsh. Let's see if this is working. If it has an opacity on it. There, it's got an opacity. Let's see if it goes down with 8. It's a little muted. It's a little too muted, so I think 9 is fine. And then these H2s, same deal. So I'm just gonna do this. Copy. And I want to do all of my H2s. So it looks like. Oops. What is this? What did I do? There you go. So just dulling them a little bit. Let me make sure those are. It's got some opacities on them. There it is. 09. So yeah, that's fine. As long as it's not like a straight up, like bright white. And then this one needs to change. This faded graphic. I think I got a white one. Yeah, we're gonna change it to logo single. So we're gonna have to go up here to our benefits, faded graphic. So we're gonna copy and paste. Class faded graphic. So this is gonna be the light, and this is gonna be the dark. And then I want to do, what was it called? Logo single. And watch this change immediately to a whiter version. That looks a lot better, all right, instead of that weird blue, so we changed that. These are a little too dark. So what we want to do, do I have a white version? I just have a white pines. There, pine group. That's the one that I cropped out. So, and that's another phone call from the wife. One more second. All right, back at it after that other phone call again. So I think I'm just gonna try and do a white overlay on these guys. So let's try that. Where do these live? Pine group? I think it's a pine group. So let's do that. Let's open pine black, pine bark, pine green. There it is, pine group. So that's just an opacity. You can barely see them. Let's hover over them. Let's do our clipping mask. Let's see if that did anything. Pine group, dark. Let's see if that worked at all. I don't know if it did or not. So we got our pine groups at the bottom of benefit. So copy. We're going to do light, dark, and it's going to be pine group, dark. Okay, yeah, that worked. Neat. So that's a little better. You know, brings them out a little more. I don't know what's going on with this. I think this needs to be darker. This before. Oops. Let's change this to. There we go. Now I got it. Yeah, I don't know why this is changed to 222. I like it better as this darkness. So we're gonna do about. Let's do tagline. No, benefits, and now tagline, just to keep things organized. Okay, so we're gonna do body, dark mode, tagline before, background 000. Okay. I don't like that hover. So on this one, I think we're gonna do body dark mode button transparent hover. Background is gonna be that green. Color is gonna be white. Let's see if that works. Yeah, that worked. Do I have a border radius on there? I think I have a border radius on there. Let's go to our button transparent, and let's see what I got. There it is, 3 pixels. Get rid of that. That's not consistent. So, I mean, not much we can do about these. They're SVGs, so it'd be hard to unless I fade them out. So if I take these befores and if I add an opacity, so you definitely mute them a little bit. So let's do that. Let's do dark mode. Philosophy. Now this seems like a lot of work to keep these commenting bracket section things going, but it's so much cleaner when you can actually see and break things up by name. So we're gonna do body dark mode, and we're gonna copy this. Opacity 0.6 or 7. Yeah, we're just gonna mute. No, 8. Let's do 8. Let's just mute them a little bit. And then these are all good. These are taken care of. So, yeah, the only thing is we got this section. So let's darken this, obviously. So we're gonna do footer. Sorry, body dark mode. We're gonna do footer right. Copy, paste. Background darker. So at 252, so I want to also target this button, this white one. So we're going to do body.dark mode, and we're going to copy this. I'm going to do color, that same green, because there we go, 7.06 for contrast. Before it was under 3, so we had to. That's the whole point of dark mode, is to increase that contrast ratio. So you got to make sure those work. So that's fine. That's fine. I think that's it. Yeah. Oh, you know what'd be really cool? When we change it to dark mode, let's change this to a night sky. You know, let's do that. Let's do the pixels, night sky. I think that'd be neat. Let's see what we can choose from. Let's do this. This is very no, it's like a rest stop. I want something like Pinesy, Northwesty. This doesn't look too bad. Forest night. Let's try that. I think, yeah, I mean, I like this one. This is when I use this on my website. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It's just got good blues, good hues. Forest night. I do like this. Camping is very northwesterny, so let's take a small version because we don't need a big guy. Let's crop it because I know it's going to have to fit in a square. So I just want to make sure that this fits. Let's do custom actually. Undo all. I should bring this down a little bit. Save copy. Footer left dark. So let's do this. So we're going to do body, not dark mode. And we're going to copy this, paste. And then we're going to, when we change the background, we got to copy all of this too. So let's do footer left dark. There we go, something a little campy, you know, northwesty. Just like another, just a little small touch. When you're in dark mode, you change the light picture to a dark one. So, and because we're dark on this background, you know, I think we can keep this dark because we want to show the trees. We want to show this is different. Not sure where else. Let's see what happens if we make this like the darkest of darks. Let's make it 0. I mean, that does separate it. I just like to avoid harsh blacks. One. I think we just gotta leave it. I think this is fine. This is already kind of dark. I think this looks good. We're gonna keep this. So I think that's it for this homepage. It wasn't so bad. Yeah, let me just look at this. So here's our landing. This is what we got. And this is, actually I want this to be parallax. So let's go to landing, not here, but here. I want 0 to be background, position fixed. Sometimes I have to do this. No. Wonder why. Let me see. Hero. Okay. Hero. Oh, did I spell it wrong? Oh, because I'm stupid. Background attachment. Fixed. There it is. Yeah, see, I like that. I like that better. This is our finished product. I'm pretty happy with it. And we got our little hover here, cute little hover state. There's these guys. Another little hover state. I like the arrow pointing up. Got this guy. These guys come in. You know, not bad for a simple website. Then we get our dark mode. Dark mode not working. Uh-oh. How'd I break it? Something is not happening. Is something covering it? Let's try moving it down and seeing if that. Let's see if it's obstructed by anything. Nope. Oh, you know what it is? My internet went off. Why? No internet. That's wonderful. That's why my jQuery is not working. So okay, that's cool. It's not like I'm trying to do anything. No internet. Cool. All right. So now I'm just gonna have to turn on my phone, Wi-Fi, personal hotspot. Oh, connected. Thank you. There we go. So now things are working. Now everything's happy. Okay, so it's dark mode. So this is our dark. Oh, look at this. This guy is not darkified. Okay, so we need to identify you. Where are you? What is this? I guess I gotta find it by right-clicking and inspecting. Okay, button back .png. So let's open that up. Is that it? Really? Button back. Okay. Yeah, there it is. So take a little box, little white box. Layers. Right-clicking mask. Save. Whoa, I pressed the wrong button. All right, and that's gonna be bringing back dark. Cool. So let's go back to about, because I think it's up here. We'll do body.dark mode, and I think that's the arrow. Arrow before. So we're gonna change its background. To be was it called again? Keep forgetting the names of button back. That's it. There we go. You see, it's the white version that we made with that overlay. That Photoshop, just subscribe to it. Do that overlay trick. That's how you change the colors of a lot of things. It's very useful, so I highly recommend it. But yeah, we got that. Got that. That's the best I could do with these SVGs. I might go to my graphic designer and have him clean up these SVGs for me, just so they look a little better, especially with these outsides. So our philosophy header, this little dandelion going here, and then we got this. There we go. Desktop, everything looks good. So this is our yeah, this is it. Oh, you know, it'd be really cool. I just got an idea. All right. So let's try, instead of setting back the body to the dark color, I want to set the body to like a dark night sky. So body.dark mode. Where's dark mode dot body? Body.dark mode. Okay, so here's our body. So let's find like it's got to be dark, you know. So I want to find a night sky. And it's got to be a little dark because we're dealing with dark mode here. This might be a good option if I dampen it a little bit. That's too sci-fi. This looks promising. I'm just looking through my options. So I think we're gonna go with like this. Let's try this. Let's do a large. Let's save as. Let's do night sky. So it's too bright right now. So open night sky. We're gonna do an overlay on it, just to mute it a little bit. So this one, I want your opacity to be, let's go down. There, I think that's just settled enough. Let's save that as a JPEG because you don't need to save this as a PNG. I just gotta wait for the program to respond. There we go. Welcome back. I spoke too soon. I'm not using that much. Alright, there we go, Photoshop. Come on. JPEG high. Save. Night sky. Replace. So let's try that. Let's just see what it looks like, right? So we're gonna do background. I think I had it in. How did I add the body? Okay, I just added it to the body. Okay, great. So this actually removes it. So let's just take all this again. Body.dark mode. Night sky. That more interesting, but I think I need a higher resolution for at least for desktop. So let's download a bigger one. Let's save this as night desktop. Photoshop, what was this, 85%? So let's open Night Sky Desktop. Let's zoom out. Add an overlay. 85. Oh, I turned off my num lock. All right, 85. And then I'm going to save. Night Sky Desktop. Okay. So we're going to save this. So body.dark mode, we're going to take this and we're going to do this under mobile. So landing, I'm just going to put it right here. So that loads that one. And then I want to go to desktop and I want to change body.dark mode to load the desktop version. Because I don't want to load the desktop version on mobile. That's too freaking big. So now let's do this. I think I broke something. Why? Night desktop. Oh, Night Sky. It's not Night Sky Desktop, it's Night Desktop. There we go. Oh, it's not. I mean, it looks neat, but it's too grainy. But y'all see what I'm going for, right? Body. So what is it loading right now? Body.dark mode. So it's loading Night Desktop. It's just not. It's just not big enough. Oh, you know what would make it big enough? So imagine how a computer screen looks. It's wider than it is tall. This is tall, so it's going to blow up. So Night Desktop, because Night Sky phones are long, so that's going to look fine. This, you need to rotate it. Let's try that. I just want to save, hard refresh. And that's a little better. It's not as grainy. So I think, actually, I'm pretty happy with that. It's pretty neat, right? So we got our trees here, and got our night sky. And I'm wondering if that's what I have to do here. So we have this night sky, right? But the night sky is, below these trees. So this, let's see. I'm wondering, how do I make this transition work? So if I do this, this needs to be dark black. So I do Photoshop. Did I already do this? Yeah. So this, whoops. Exit. Okay, this is dark black. So this needs to be dark black. There it is. There it is again. All right, I'm gonna stop this really quick. All right, back to this. So is this black? Is this all the way black? No. That's all the way black. Okay. Enter. Let's create this clipping mask. That's my black. Okay, PNG. So I want this to be Pines Dark. Right? landing. Let's see what this is. Pine's dark. Cool. This is still that light version. I want this one. Right. Replace. I should have replaced that. Or I save here. I don't know why this is loading the wrong. It's not loading the dark black. This is just the regular black. Yeah, it's not dark black. Let me try this again. This dark black. This is over that. This. Create clipping mask. Enter. Save. Let's do dark mode pines. Let's just try that. Alright, and we're gonna go into the HTML. Dark mode pines. Let's see if that did it. I am at my wit's end. I don't know why this is not dark enough. What has happened? Because it's still 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Aha! I knew it. There's still 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I want not 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Fill. Alright, alright. So come over here. Alright, fill. Let's just double check again. Alright, cool. There's that. Actually, let's screw it. I'm just gonna do this. I'm just gonna redo it. Times V. Got it. I freaking hate Photoshop sometimes. There you go. Bring this over here so I can stop going to the different screen. Just open the other one. There we go. Okay. Cover this. Clipping mask. And then do another one. And save. Save. Dark mode pines. Yes. That is what I wanted. Perfect. Okay, so now what I want to do is I need to fade, so I need that after. There we go. So this after, actually, it's not going to be display none. We are going to change its background to be black all the way, and I want to start. Let's change this to black then. There we go. That's the start and finish I want to see. So I'm going to copy this, paste it in here, and now we got a fade. Let's boom this up. So now we got a nice fade into the Starry Night. All right, yeah. Okay, this I can get behind. I think this is a neat little addition for dark mode. It's just these little touches like this. I mean, we got our mountains, we got our trees. Why don't we just add a night sky? So little things like that make all the difference. And this wasn't even part of the original plan. It's just one of these things that you're looking at it, and then you just kind of have this little idea, this inspiration, and then you try it out. So there we go. That's our site. Everything looks good. So yeah, another successful one. I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of the pages to this. They're all templated interior pages. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this one and following along, and I hope you weren't as irritated as I was running into some issues. So sorry if I wasted any of your time, but hey, this is the development process. We don't get it right the first time every time, and sometimes even our own code confuses us, especially if you're not looking at it every day or trying to make changes to it every day. You forget what you got in there. But yeah, overall I'm very happy with this. I'm gonna get my designer to clean this up for me, and then I think we're ready to go. So that's it for me, Ryan at Carver Web Designs. I'm gonna wrap this up, and then I'm gonna get started on the next video. I've been very productive this weekend. I'm gonna start pumping these things out. So thanks again, and I hope you guys enjoy this at all.